The grand ballroom sparkled with chandeliers, polished marble floors, and the soft hum of music. Guests in glittering gowns and expensive tuxedos moved gracefully across the floor, all eyes on elegance and wealth. Among them stood Richard, a powerful billionaire, proud and stern, watching over the evening like he owned not only the building, but the world itself. At his side sat his young son, Michael, a boy of only 10, bound to a wheelchair. Michael's eyes shone with longing as he watched the couples swirl and spin across the dance floor. But Richard, despite loving his son, kept his emotions buried. He believed the world was cruel and that Michael's disability would always set him apart. To Richard, dancing was one of many things his son would never be able to do. Then something unexpected happened. A black waitress named Amina, no older than her mid-20s, noticed Michael's eyes following the dancers. She carried her tray carefully between tables, but her heart pulled her gaze toward the boy who seemed both fascinated and left out. When her shift slowed, she bent down beside him with a gentle smile. "Would you like to dance?" she asked softly. Richard overheard her. His face tightened instantly, his voice sharp. "He can't dance," he said coldly. "He needs no pity." The words stung not just for Michael, who lowered his eyes, but for Amina, who stood frozen for a moment. Yet her smile didn't fade. She placed the tray down, crouched lower to meet Michael's gaze, and whispered, "I don't see pity, young man. I see courage, and I think you'd make a wonderful leader on the dance floor." Michael's face lit up with hope. "Really?" Richard exhaled impatiently, shaking his head. "This is inappropriate," he muttered. The guests around them were already watching, some whispering, others smirking, entertained by the sight of a waitress daring to speak up to a billionaire. But Amina wasn't intimidated. She gently placed Michael's small hand on hers. "I'll follow your lead," she said. Gasps filled the ballroom as she wheeled Michael to the center of the floor. The music shifted to a gentle waltz. Amina lowered herself slightly, moving her body in rhythm while guiding the wheelchair in soft circles. And to everyone's amazement, Michael began to lead. His hands moved, his smile grew, and soon the boy was directing the dance as if he'd been waiting for this moment his entire life. The ballroom went silent. All the glittering gowns and sharp suits faded into the background as one waitress and one boy created a performance more graceful than any waltz dance that night. Richard's chest tightened. He felt anger at first, anger that someone would dare put his son in the spotlight like this. But then something inside him broke. For the first time in years, he saw Michael not as a fragile boy, but as a young man shining with joy, confidence, and pride. He saw life where he had only seen limitation. The guests erupted into applause. Some clapped politely, others cheered loudly. Tears filled the eyes of a few mothers watching. And even the musicians played with more passion. Michael, flushed with excitement, looked toward his father. "Dad, did you see me? I was leading." Richard, for once, was speechless. The applause faded, the music slowed, and all eyes turned to him. The billionaire, who always carried himself with authority, now stood trembling, his face unreadable. Then something no one expected happened. Richard slowly stepped forward. His voice cracked as he said, "Son, you were magnificent." He turned to Amina, his eyes softening for the first time. "And you gave him a gift I never thought possible." A hush fell over the room as Richard reached for the microphone near the bandstand. Clearing his throat, he spoke to everyone present. "Tonight I was reminded of something I forgot. Money can buy luxury, but it cannot buy joy. Power can command respect, but it cannot create kindness. What I saw tonight was real courage, my son's courage, and the compassion of a young woman who saw his potential when I did not." The crowd erupted again, louder this time. Some clapped, others wiped their eyes. Richard turned back to Amina. "You are no ordinary waitress. You have more heart than most people in this room. From this day forward, I will make sure your kindness is rewarded, not as charity, but as recognition of the strength you carry." Amina shook her head humbly. "I didn't do it for reward, sir. I just wanted Michael to feel what every child should feel, that he belongs." Her words hit Richard harder than applause ever could. He knelt by his son's wheelchair, placing both hands on Michael's shoulders. "You belong everywhere, son. And from now on, I'll never let you believe otherwise." Michael threw his arms around his father, and for the first time in a long time, Richard hugged him back without hesitation. That night ended not with the richest man in the room being admired, but with the simplest act of kindness stealing every heart. And the moral was clear. Hate divides, but kindness heals. Wealth may build walls, but compassion tears them down. We are all equal as human beings, and sometimes the smallest act of courage creates the biggest change.